So welcome to Property Cat. Today we are going to discuss about property valuation. So what is the property valuation? So we have seen many of the property sale transactions. There is a person coming from bank saying that I need to do property valuation. I need to visit a flat. Is the person available? We want to visit and see the property. So what is this behind this? What is that person does it? So it is a black box. So few customers coming to my office and asking me what is this all about, or why he is doing it, why do we need to allow that person inside the flat? So what is going on? So I have seen that there is some black box, on that process. So we want to share that idea to the viewers so that the people will benefit from that, information. Sample, report, valuation report to the banker been submitted that I'm showing it as a sample so that you will understand what is the idea behind this process and what are all things inside the value report. So that is the idea behind this video. This is the 8 secrets, which is the very crucial points with respect to the property valuation. So that is the today topic I'm going to discuss. And this property valuation is for the property, residential properties, commercial properties, and industrial and agriculture. So all this category of the properties, this valuation is applicable. So if somebody applying a loan for an industrial shed, so immediately they from bank side, there is a person coming to see the property and has to give a report to bank so that based on that information, bank sanctions the loan. So all the categories and target audience are property investors, owners, tenants, NRI, OCI, real estate enthusiasts. So these are all the target audience and the information I'm sharing for an idea purpose and just to give an idea, overall idea about this, what is the valuation all about. If you need more information, I have a bank approved valuator. So please connect with us. We can connect with him so that you will get all the more details with respect to property valuation. So what is the valuation, property valuation? What do you mean by property valuation? This is a process, determining the property value for a given point of time. Suppose you are giving a mortgage, uh, your property to bank and get some loan from the property. So for that point, what is the property value? So that based on that, bank will assess and will determine the value of the loan which can be sanctioned to you. So this since the time is involved, each time it varies. This year may be another value, next year may be another value because the land got appreciated, or government guideline value is changed. Based on that also there is some calculation. So that is for a given point of time. This is being evaluated and a given report to the respective authority. So why this, this property valuation is required? So the main is for the loan, for if you're buying some property. So, bank should assess the property which you decided to buy so that bank person will come there and do the assessment and give a report to bank. Based on that, bank will decide the loan amount to you. So that is the one reason. And income tax purpose. Suppose if you are a long-term capital gain, you want to assess. So for that, property value has to be determined. And suppose you want to do stamp duty payment, to some specific government here, Bangalore, Karnataka government. So on what basis you will do the stamp duty payment? So there is a calculation for government guideline value. So for a specific property, a number of square feet built up, which property is that, which apartment complex or which commercial complex. So each property, the government decides the government value. So from that they arrive it. And for a given particular property, what is the government value? So from that, stamp duty being calculated and visa purpose. And what is the financial worthiness of a person who traveling abroad and he is applying for a visa? So what is the interest he coming back to India? So he has a sufficient properties here so that he will come back to India or he will stay there only. So what is the idea behind going to applying a visa and what is his financial worthiness? So that is the reason they'll ask a valuation report of a property, those who apply for a visa. And legal dispute. If any legal dispute in the property, what is the current value of the property? So that the claim can be sorted out. Suppose you are doing some partitioning among the brothers, sisters. So they will assess the property value and distribute across the legal heirs. And property insurance. Suppose if you go for a property insurance, what is the property value? Based on that, the insurance can be insurance coverage can be calculated. So that suppose if your property value is 1 crore, you can't go and claim for 2 crores. So they will proportionately calculate so that the coverage has to be within that limit. And your investment, return on investment, so that if you are investing in this property, so over a period of time, what will be the actual cost? So current value is this. So you proportionately add a 2 years down the line, what will be the cost? So all those assessment, decision making, you need to buy the property or not, or ignore it, to negotiate. So that when you talk to the owner, so you can negotiate by having this number. So whether suppose he may say beyond this number, so that you will make out that some owners will say below the number, assessment number. So you are pretty much easy to make a decision. So that is the reason the property valuation is important. And who does it? So this is mainly an experienced person who is a background of civil knowledge and maybe a qualified engineer or a diploma holder with a sufficient knowledge. There is a government body which is IBBI, which is an Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. So this is the board conducts the exam for a qualified valuer. So it has to be the qualified valuer will pass this exam, then he will be the license holder. So the civil engineer or equally qualified person only can do this assessment, so that bank like SBI kind of a leading banks can accept the report. What are all the methods available in property valuation? One is comparative market analysis. So this is something like a recently sold value in that area. So they will look at recently sale happened in that property. For example, some apartment, Purva Whitehall. So where what was the recent sale happened in that particular apartment complex, and they will assess based on that and come to the actual number. So neighborhood recent sale and what is the depreciation of the property and market value, land value, what is the UDS, undivided share, what is the market value for a built up. So all those calculations they do based on the current market analysis. Then another second approach called income approach. This is based on the net operating income. So a property value is so and so, and the expenses like maintaining that property overheads. So income is producing this much from XYZ property and minusing the expenses, overheads, and what will be the net income. So from that approach, from the net income also, they arrive the valuation of the property. So that is the second approach. The first approach, cumulative market analysis, I am showing you one sample report so that you will understand. This is what commonly used in Bangalore. So more we will go on this. Since a short time, I don't have another example to explain these things, so that I'm showing one sample so that you will understand. Most people will resonate with that example. And the cost approach, third approach, which is the reproducing the same. Suppose an apartment complex, of 20 years, 30 years before it built. Suppose if you want to reproduce same thing as on today, so what would be the cost? So obviously the inflation will be more than 30 years, whatever the cost, we spent. And now the cost for that is different. So adding that inflation and arriving, for example, material cost, labor cost, and approvals, registration cost. So all those costs will be added to the current value. So with current market trend, and they will reproduce that same building, what will be the actual cost? So that is the cost approach model, which is a third method. So majority here is the comparative market analysis is the method they mostly using it. And this income approach, which is the second method, mainly for commercial buildings. Commercial building only the yielding, rental yielding will be higher. So when you assess a commercial building, mostly they use this approach, the income approach. Net operating income is the number. With that, they will decide the property has to be bought or what is the current value of the property. So what are all the crucial parameters when you calculate a property value? So which is the property configuration, like what is the size of the property, how many floors, where it is, built up square feet and the carpet square feet, UDS, location, brand of the builder, legal compliance like RERA, OCCC compliant, or any deviation in the property, Katha. So such things will reduce the cost. So it should be like a RERA compliant, OCCC, occupancy certificate and completion certificate. And what are all the amenities in the property? Nearby infra development like metro. What is the future plan? Nearby airport or a nearby metro station which is coming up in next 5 years down the line. So, and real estate trend. So is that uptrend in that location? What is that demand, is there in that property when we try to resell it? So close by corporates, corporates are near to this property. So these are all the parameters are crucial, which decides the property valuations will be higher. So what are all the documents we supposed to give it for a property valuation? And plat, I'm just sharing one example with respect to the plat and the sale deed, property tax receipt, building plan, Katha, sale agreement, power bill. These are all the basic documents. Still, there are few more index copy, and those things are, if it is there, it's good, but if it is not there also is okay. This is the basic ones, and this is sufficient to initiate the property valuation. And what are all the types of building this property valuation can be done, which is residential, commercial, industrial, and agriculture properties. They will visit even agriculture property, paddy fields, they come and see it, and surveyor can survey your number of acres. And based on that, they will give a report. Under construction building, suppose one person is half completed, he is not able to complete, applying for a loan. So they come and see half ongoing constructions. Based on that, they give a report. An empty plot where no building is there, only plot, they will come and see it and give a report to bank or whoever the authority asked for this valuation. And here the legal aspect is not covered. So sometimes people think that when valuation comes, legal also it is fine. It is not like that. So the legal is another separate part, and that has to be passed by the panel lawyers. So or an outside lawyer, whoever competent to assess these property documents and say proceed or not proceed. So this also very important thing. It's not covered part of valuation. So you should go to separate lawyer and consult with them and make sure that property is legally compliant. So these are all the key points with respect to the property valuation. I'm sharing one more, certification, which is, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. So this is the board which conducts the valuation exams, so that you can even go through this, portal. And if you have sufficient skills, like 5 years, some civil engineering, and if you are interested to go for a valuator who can tie up with the banks. So every bank will have a panel of valuators. So if you go to North Bangalore, they have set up people who can, visit to that property and give a report to bank. If you are in a South Bangalore, there are set up people. So you can tie up with the bank and you can value property and give a report. So the ranging from one property report ranging from 4 to 10,000 property depends on property sizes. So I'm talking some 4,000 is a sample, one simple exam, simple flat. So that is 4,000. Suppose you are more than that. Suppose you have some commercial building of 10 floors. So that depends on the value of the property. The charges will vary. So this also an option. Those who are interested, doing this valuation work, they can go to this and Institute of Valuer. Also there who works closely with this board. So they'll help you to, train these areas. So what are all things you need to study? What is the syllabus? There is an online course also available. You can go through it and become a government approved valuator, license holder, so that you can claim this. So that is the idea behind this exam. So now I'm sharing one sample report, valuation report, which you will get a complete idea. If you're not able to understand, no problem. You can connect with us. We have a valuator, will help you to get more details. This is the sample valuation report. So the company name, a few data I want to hide it. So it is a confidential document. So I'm just changing the name so that just an idea for this. Idea reasons I'm sharing it and their company name and what is the name of the engineer. He's a government certified, chartered engineer, and he does income tax, wealth tax valuer also. And so his mobile number, address, he's approved valuer for SBI, Canara Bank, these banks, and some reference number. He is giving this report to State Bank of India. So valuation report, it is for a flat. Example, this is where most of the customers are coming. So I picked up the flat and walking through this one report so that you get an idea. So purpose of this, assess the fair market value. So what is the market value for a given this flat? So what are all things in that report it consists when it goes to bank? So date of inspection is this date and date of valuation made this date. Because date also very important. Suppose if you are in a 1 year before, there is a different value. 1 year after, there is a different value. So this is the date, is this value. That's what he is trying to say. So the document produced, okay, yes. And what are all the document produced? Sale deed, property tax, receipt, Kathas, sale agreement. And what is the purchaser? So this is mainly for a purchaser loan, those who apply, bank, and for them, it is very important. And through on behalf of the purchaser only, this person visiting to the flat to see the flat condition and give a report to bank. So this is the person purchasing and he is residing at so and so address and owner details, owner address, and what is the flat number, floor, which block, what is the complex, apartment name, car parking covered or open parking, where is the address of the property, survey number of the building, and what is the size of the square feet, flat number, which is the electronic city location, Bangalore, and these are all the parameters. So is there, what is the layout approved plan? What is the number approved plan, reference number, date, and who approved the authority? The planning authority is BBMP. The authenticity plan verified, Xerox copy is verified. Any other panel, so it is not applicable. Postal address of the flat, city, town, and classification of the area, poor, slum, and all, like it will become poor, middle, high. Middle is the average location, and urban, semi-urban, urban, it is under BBMP limit. So these are all the property details is what he is producing to the bank. Schedule A is a property which is an entire apartment complex belong to so and so survey number, and right, left, north, west, south. And schedule B property is a specific to the flat. So that specification will come here. Dimension of the site as per the sale deed, the entire dimension of the site, and measurement. So which is 72,000 85 square feet is the entire building area plot size, and latitude, which is the Google map. According to the Google map, which is the lat long that is captured. And what is the SBS super built up area? 1729 square feet, and UDS undivided share 530 square feet. And what is the rent yielding in that particular property? It is a 3 bedroom, fourth floor building, and 35,000 is the rent yielding in that particular flat. Apartment building, residential complex, fourth floor, M block, BBMP limit, apartment address. It is built on 2011 to 13. So 2 years it took the build. Basement, ground floor plus 25 floor building. And totally 100 units are there. It is RCC framed structure, quality of construction, maintenance, facilities available, lift available, protected water supply, yes, underground sewage. So these are all the amenities are in the apartment. And flat details: 3 BHK, 3 bath, 1 common and 2 attached, 1 balcony, 1 utility. The specification of the flat. So RCC structure, flooring, which is the granite or vitrified tile. Doors are teak or aluminum sliding windows, and tax for advocate. So these are all the important parameters. They're capturing it from sale deed. Also they take it, and we're visiting there now, so they assessed under these things. Maintenance is the flat good. So sale deed executed in the name of whose name? Absolute owners. So this is UDS, plinth area, floor space index, and carpet area, posh, medium, ordinary, residential complex, rent, no deviation. Any, suppose 1 floor, upper floor, additionally 1 floor, some builder will build. So that will become a deviation. So here there is no deviation. SAR, FA, is Act, 2002 compliant, which is the, in case if loan borrower is not paying the loan repaid, so bank can auction that property to reduce the NPA, non-performing asset. So bank can auction that property. So is that Act compliant is what verified. So how marketability is good is that bank can put an auction or sell that property in case if borrower not repaid his loan. Apartment located in good residential area. So there are certain parameters capturing it, 6,800 to 8,000 per in the vicinity. So that is the fair market price. So they are calculating building plus services, this much it will cost. So they are arriving 48 lakhs, and land is 8,000. So this so and so, and arriving sub-register office value is 5,223 a square meter. This is in square meter. So according to the government, the value of the property, which is 3 BHK, 90 lakhs is the arriving. And depreciation also they're calculating. So 10 years old building, and the life of the building is 60 years. And total composite rate valuation is 8,000. So 8,000 after minusing the depreciation, 8,000 per square feet is the current market price. So that is the they are arriving, which is the current market price. So what is the guideline value is 1729 square feet. This is the rate, and the amount is this much. So on car parking, they are adding 2.5 lakhs. Services and other amenities, which is 2.5 lakhs. So total value of the, as per the government, the value of the property is 95 lakhs 30,567 rupees. So this is the government value. There is another approach called fair market value. This is what comparative market analysis. So this is by looking at the current neighborhood area, recent sale. So this is the value. So this square feet, they are putting 8,000 per square feet into this. So 1 crore, 38 lakhs, 32,000. So they are calculating so many other options, parameters, wardrobes, TV, those things, amenities. So fair market value, which is the market value of the property is 1 crore 29 lakhs 48,800. So this is the market value. So these are all the parameters they're calculating, and the builder per month, locations. So this is the fair market value, which is 1 crore 29 lakhs, this much. And a realizable market value. Suppose if loan is not repaid, so what is the value we can get it? Bank can get it. 1 crore 16 lakhs, bank can get it from this property. Post sale value, distress value, 80% on this. This is 90%. This is 80% on this market value. So this is what the maximum bank can give a loan to the borrower. So that is the distress value. So 80% of the current market value can be given. So this is the government guideline value, and he is justifying under various aspects. And it is not that under some NGTs, National Green Tribunals, any buffer zone coming lake side. So those things also been assessed, and he is giving report based on certain declaration. So these are all the declaration he is making it, and subject to this he is approving it. And the bank or manager also, based on this guy's evaluation, so he is also approving. This is the market value. So this is the end of the report, and at the end there is a government guideline value, sub-register value. See, they have a PDF. Under that, each of the apartment has its own government value per square feet. This is in square meter. So for a given apartment, we should see this and arrive per square feet government guideline value. This is a sample. I put it from the PDF, a screenshot. So each apartment name, under that we should pick up per square feet value. And this is the location map where is in the Google map, that screen based. And there are some photos where there is a apartment front view, back view, inside the flat. There are few photos. They'll paste it, and there ends this report. This is our vision, mission. What is that we do it, and what is our values? What is the property management, flat, villa, site we manage it. On top of that, real estate services, rent to buy, sell, and we have plan of franchising this. And there is SaaS product development going on, mobile app. So this gives an overall idea about our services. So this is service catalog, and the overall what are all the services we offer, and that high level I captured it. If any doubt on this, please connect with us. We can help you to understand. This is an overall idea just for understanding purpose. It is a self-explanatory. So this is a book I'm writing mainly for traveling guys who are NRIs. They want to invest in India, and particularly in Bangalore. So what are all things they should take care? So that was the main objective of this book, writing it, and I'll release that in social media as early as possible. Thank you for watching. So I hope this will give some basic idea about property valuation. If you like the video, please give thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell icon, and share with friends and families so that they also understand the idea behind this, so that they'll take the right decision when they buy the property. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.